Hello, amazing and awesome people! BoJess here, and welcome back to the Resident Evil 7 GuestHouse build! Alright, so in the last episode, we got, I would say, a good, half of the basement done. And in this episode, we get really close to finishing the basement. I would have liked to finish the basement, but that would have put the video into about 30 minutes long, give or take. So I was like, okay, I guess we'll finish the basement in the next episode. And in the next episode, we do definitely get to the upstairs. So be ready for that. Also, if you want to download this house, it is finally on the gallery. I finished it up and it's ready to go. It has the ugliest picture ever. The Sims 4 gallery could not have picked a worse picture to use for my awesome build, which figures. So anyway, the download deal is in the description. It brings you to my Sims 4 gallery on the Sims 4 website, if that makes any sense. Or you can find me through just typing in BoJessJD. The B needs to be capitalized, and the J needs to be capitalized, and the JD needs to be capitalized, or you can't find me for some reason? I don't know. I don't understand it. Anyway, what are we looking at here? Oh, okay. I'm working on the little prison cell right now, and it is coming out amazing. If you're wondering why every time I lift one of those boxes up, I think I actually explained this in my first video, but you may not have watched that. If you haven't, you should go watch it. Anyway, when I hit the bracket bars, no, it's not the bracket bars, it's the 0 and the 9. I think it's the 9 that raises it up and the 0 that makes it come down. But when I hit the 9, that's actually one of the keys to work the camera, and for some reason, I don't know how I did it, but I somehow programmed that while I was building this to that camera position. So no matter what I do, every time I raise something up, it just swings me away from what I'm doing, and oh, so annoying. When I was building the roof, oh man, that was a whole new challenge. Roofing this house. Oh, that was a huge challenge. Anyway, I was putting things on the roof. I was lifting stuff up. I'm not going to tell you what I was putting on the roof because you'll have to watch it to find out. Anyway, when I was placing stuff on there, it kept flipping me away, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to be able to finish this build if this doesn't stop. So I ended up figuring out how to change the what do you call it, the preset to where I was just, in the area. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, I just was able to keep my camera in one position and just stay there, and it worked out. Alright, so this little spot over here was a little challenging to build because there's a little shelf that sits on top of that table. So I used these shelves, and then there's pictures all over the wall, and I'm like, okay. So I just plastered posters up everywhere, because they don't have, mugshot pictures in The Sims 4, unfortunately. So I just put posters everywhere, and some of them kind of glitch out a little bit. And I realized that I actually had the wrong light in the bathroom and wouldn't fix that. But then I also realized after placing these posters that I didn't place any posters in that little area over here, right where I'm heading now. I didn't place any little posters up there, so I built a little wall, placed some posters up there. They glitched out really bad, as you can see there. So I switched the posters around again, deleted the wall. And also, if you are wondering, I don't know how my voice sounds. If my voice sounds really bad, I'm sorry. I am coming down with the most atrocious cold ever. And I'm freaking out because I'm like, how am I going to record videos if my voice does this to me? So hopefully I'll be able to get over that really quick. I usually am sick for about 2 weeks. Oh, I found these little letter things, and I'm like, it looks like trash. It would be perfect. So I just threw that all over the floor. Because there's, in areas of this, there's like trash all over the place. There's like broken, chipped off, like, I don't know, pieces of walling and stuff. And The Sims doesn't quite have that, so I've been improvising and trying to find things, like those little canister things. I think they're actually like pickled jars that has peppers in them, and I've been using those to represent trash bags, because that's the closest thing I found that kind of looked like a trash bag. Because to be honest, a lot of the trash bags in Resident Evil 7 do kind of look like, I don't know, they more look like red eggs. I think they're supposed to be bloody bags, but that's not really what they look like. Here I was trying to find a way of making more room, so I ended up making the wall just one little, I don't know, whatever you want to call that. I don't know what to call it. And I forgot that this room had an indent in it, so I was like, oh crap. And then I went back and redid all that. I'm just glad them boxes stay in place. And I put more piping in here because there's pipes everywhere. And yeah, okay, now this room was a little challenging because I'm running out of room. And I start freaking out. I did start kind of freaking out while I was building this because I'm running out of room. I'm running out of room. What am I gonna do? So I had to actually cut this room down a little bit more than what I wanted it to. It does turn out looking pretty accurate, especially when I add the little bed that was surprisingly in Sims 4, the little hospital bed. I was like, really? Awesome! 'Cause I think I had to go into the buy debug. I think I had to enter that cheat in to actually find the bed. So I don't know if that's actually going to transfer over to the gallery. And I couldn't find a water hose. I thought that there was a water hose in The Sims 4, but apparently that's Sims 3. I couldn't find one. I searched forever. Could not find one. Gladly, I edited most of me looking for that out. Because I looked for a long time. You know, while I was building this basement, I was sitting here just kind of wondering, like, who would have a basement like this? Who would have built a basement like this? Do you think that the Baker family was like, hey, let's build our own basement, and started building this and started digging stuff out and placing their own bricks? Or do you think they had it built? I cannot talk tonight. I just cannot talk tonight. See, I'm delirious. I need to go to bed. It's 11 o'clock at night. I need to go to bed. I'm delirious. It's partially the cold. It's partially the fact that my brain is broken. But I do understand this is a game, and obviously the people who designed it for whatever reason that they designed it. Oh, I started trying to work on the other side a little bit over here because I was trying to figure out how I would make it fit. Oh man, that was challenging, making that fit. I actually ended up like revising this little room several times actually to make it fit. And then I realized I messed it up I don't know how many times and went oops and went back and corrected my mistakes. Oh jeez. But anyway, yeah, I just kind of wonder how this, I don't know, I just really want to know how this basement came to be. Like, were they just, how did the developers do this? I gotta look up like something on it. I've just gotta do that because that'd be so cool to see like a making of this whole game, honestly. Oh, there's the crib. This is when I typed the buy debug cheat in. I think it's unlock all or something. I don't remember. No, show all hidden, bb.show hidden objects. I think that's what it is. And then I started surfing through this. I kind of feel right now that I should have edited some of this out, but I didn't. Oh well. But yeah, I was gonna use that crib as a shelf, and I realized right as I put the crib up there, I was like, yeah, this is not what I thought it was. This is not gonna work. So I figure out something else to put there, believe me, and it actually ends up looking actually pretty nice. I used it a few more times in this build. Oh boy, here I am placing boxes. I wish in The Sims 4 that everything that could fit on a shelf would just go on a shelf. It is so annoying that like that small box that I have placed on that shelf couldn't go on the shelf at all. The smaller box down there at the bottom, I think, can. Oh, these little black things. There is things all over this house that like are wrapped in gigantic plastic, those black plastic bags. I'm explaining them horribly. These kind of looked like that, so, well, they don't look like trash bags, but I mean, I could make them kind of, you know, represent that. So I started using those here and there. There's actually a shelf that in this game, or after putting the stuff on all these shelves, the very last shelf that's in that corridor where you have to squeeze through it sideways, I got a little lazy on that one. There's actually a few parts in here that when I went back and was kind of looking at it, I went, you know, I could have done this, this, and this. And I'm going, oh man, I can't fix it now. It's already on the gallery. I don't know. Oh, I accidentally took a screenshot there. I was like, dang it. I don't know. I might go back and try to revise it because I'm really not happy with the picture that the Sims 4 generated for my house. You know, it shows the backside of it, which it doesn't even show a decent backside view of the house. It's the worst view ever. It's just like, it looks like just a wall with grass all over it. Not grass, but like vines all over it. And I was like, oh, really? So I went and looked up online if there's a way to change it. And you have to download a certain mod. I'm not sure how it works. I might download it. Might not, I don't know. I feel like I really should. So maybe after I actually, yeah, I probably will. Maybe tomorrow or something. Go and download that and actually put a decent, you know, like, picture of the front of it. You know, I don't want the gallery to think that this has custom content in it. I don't have any custom content in my game. I had some on my old computer. It was a hairstyle. It was like an anime hairstyle for men. And I think some makeup or something. No, I don't use makeup. Maybe some clothes. I don't know. I don't remember. Usually I just download hairstyles and clothes and stuff if I do. Because Sims 3, when I played Sims 3, I had so much custom content that my game was glitching out. So I had to delete a bunch of it because... oh, I hate the clothes in The Sims 3 and the hairstyles. I like The Sims 3. I did, but the clothes... I don't know. There was something about the graphics that the clothes just looked fake. The hair... some of the hairstyles just didn't look right to me. But I do like The Sims 4, but there's so much content that they didn't put in it. And I'm like, would you guys just add the content already? Please. You know, like, one thing was editing terrain. If I could have edited terrain in this build, I think that I could have actually made this build even better. Because I would have edited some of the house to be actually kind of underground. Because when you're heading to the guest house, you know, you see the main house and then you go around that path. And I think you see the van or something. And at this point, I'm not even talking about the build. Wow, I'm doing so good. Jeez. Anyway, you go around that van and you hop down from a hill and you actually only see part of the house. You don't see the whole guest house. So I'm like, I would have loved to be able to create that. That would have been awesome. Ooh, I'm getting really close. I'm getting so close. I can almost smell it, or taste it, or something. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, this little spot that I'm actually working on right now, excuse me, was not indented as much as I ended up having to indent it, because obviously the Sims game can only do so much. Oh, I just went and saved my game. I edited the saving out. But I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't indented that much, so this little part right here actually looks kind of funny. Oh, actually no, I exited out. That's what I did, because I really had to enter in the move objects cheat. I used to have a mod where you could just hit M, and I need to just go download that mod again. Oh, here I am moving everything over again, because there's not enough room to be able to actually do this area correctly, and I actually don't do this little spot correct. I ended up having to move that whole thing over, and the reason why I just moved it back there was to make sure nothing got deleted. I was like, I'm not taking any chances. I've worked way too hard on this build to have it delete stuff. That's the other reason why I can't have a nice picture in the gallery, is because if I move the house around to the other side, yeah, it destroys half the house. Well, not half the house, but most like the stuff on the walls and stuff, and it sells a bunch of stuff. And I tried to go through to see what it sold, and I couldn't really, it was mainly stuff on the walls, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this whole build over. I will accept the ugly picture. And no, I'm never going to stop talking about that, because that really annoyed me. I kind of glitched this through that shelf through the wall a little bit. That way, because you can still fit through there, you know, if you turn sideways. And I don't think your Sim's actually going to be able to go down here and go through that little area. I would be surprised. That's something I should have done. I should move a Sim into this house and see how everything works. That way I could kind of give you an idea maybe in the next episode. I should do that. I will try to remember to do that. That way I can, you know, tell you what works and what doesn't. Ooh, I'm coming up to the end of the video. Crap, and I've talked all through it. Anyway, let me know what you thought of the video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Night-night.